Hey, so 10 years ago in 2015 was this little trade show called SIDO here in Lyon, France. And we're standing here today, 2025, 10 years later, in the same place where it all began. So in 2015, my company, FieldCloud, decided to take a leap into the unknown, and we decided to have a booth at a trade show. And that led to a flurry of all sorts of interesting discoveries, new clients, new connections, being plugged into a new network. And one of these networks is an organization called Minalogic. So Minalogic stands for Microelectronics, Nanotechnologies, and Logiciel, or software in French. And I'm with Kate, who's from Minalogic. And Kate's going to tell you a little bit about Minalogic and what it's all about.
So, hi, as Matthew said, I'm Kate and I'm in charge of business development at Minalogic. Minalogic is what we call in French a innovation cluster. So we have several roles. Our role is to help companies to develop their technology and help find them public financing for their technologies. So at a regional level, a French level, and at a European level. We also help our companies to get private financing. So the idea really is to say, okay, public finance, fantastic, but it's not enough financing to actually finance the development of the company. So we also need to contact investors and banks to make sure that the company is well funded to be able to develop. And in my team, we're in charge of all this business development. So we help find opportunities for our companies to develop their business and to bring them more opportunities for making contacts and getting new contracts.
Super. Kate, and of course, the other great thing about Minalogic is that they always organize really great pavilions and stands at trade shows and other public events to bring a community of people together. So we are a whole community of how many?
450 members.
450 members. Can you imagine? And this year is special because Minalogic are celebrating
our 20-year anniversary.
20 years of Minalogic. So this is quite a special occasion. So 20 years of Minalogic, 10 years since the very first SIDO event here in Lyon. 10 years that FieldCloud has been a member of Minalogic, and 10 years since we did our very first trade show to present what we do in the world of IoT, digital, etc. I think it's important to add, Kate, so we were talking about this earlier, that the theme has kind of evolved. So this is something that has got to do with pretty much everyone involved in the space. It's gone from pure IoT and semiconductor in the case of Minalogic.
Yeah.
So
the show itself, the SIDO show, has very much evolved, starting off with connected objects, IoT, but then moving out to robotics, to cybersecurity as well. And it's been a similar evolution in the Minalogic technologies that we address as well. So we started off very much in the semiconductor zone, logically moved on to embedded software, logical move into software. We moved on to photonics as well. So it's sensor technology as well, which is really present at this show as well. So for inspection of quality control, basically. So yeah, our evolution has been huge as well. We're now doing AI, quantum technology, cybersecurity. And so, obviously this show is a great show to explore the new moves, the new tendencies in terms of tech as well. And so my colleague David's been in a few conferences today as well, exploring the new opportunities, the new technology that's being developed. So there's a lot going on.
Absolutely. And I think what's super interesting to note is that it goes very much from the super nanoscale components, right? So the chips that go inside your smartphone or your computer or some kind of sensor device, all the way through to applications and content. So there's quite a big focus as well on media, content, and applications. So this is how we actually can take the components, turn them into products, which then become systems. And then those systems are actually used by people and business out there in the real world. And I mean, it's important, I think, to have that complete, full spectrum value chain. Yeah.
The Minalogic members as well, they come from all different steps along this value chain. So you obviously have people that have the technological bricks that are developing the real innovation rupture in terms of innovation. Yeah. And you have the people that are kind of bringing this all together, right? And then you have people that are like, okay, well, what can we use with this technology? How can we develop a product? And how can we put that on the market? And who's going to buy this final product? For sure. So this is what we have within our Minalogic ecosystem. And this is what we like to see as well at the show here, is bringing all these people together and seeing these interactions in real life.
Fantastic. And it's kind of interesting because you used the French word rupture, which loosely translated to English, we would talk about disruption, right? So a disruptive innovation or an invention that is disruptive in an industry sector. But rupture, I think, has a slightly different meaning to purely disruption, because when something is in a rupture, it means that it's a break from, the past. We're in this continuous cycle of renewal of technologies, of progress. And in a way, sometimes it's important to break from certain things. And in others, it's also important to have continuity. So bringing that together and mediate it is important, I think, for this ongoing cycle of renewal and continuity.
Very well put.
I try my best, Kate. This is all why we have fun. So thank you very much.